You know how sometimes you look at a flower and you realize its name is telling a story? A story that goes way deeper than just what it looks like? Well, today, we're diving into one of those, the canna lily. This is a plant with a name that really makes you think.
I mean, just look at it. It's so bold, right? Tropical, vibrant. It just screams beauty. But its name, Canna, points to something totally different, something solid, something you can lean on, something strong. It's this incredible paradox that we're going to unpack.
And really, that's the big question here. What does it actually look like when something representing endurance and stability, things we usually think of as kind of rigid, just decides to burst forth with all this vibrant, living color? So to even begin to answer that, we've got to start with the name itself, because honestly, the name is the key to this whole powerful metaphor. See, the name canna isn't really about the flower at all. It's about the stalk. The word itself means a staff or a reed, something you'd lean on for support or something that symbolizes authority. So right from the get-go, its entire identity is built on this idea of stability. And this line from the source material just nails it, doesn't it? It's like you have this foundation of pure strength, the staff, and then right out of that very structure, this unbelievable bloom just emerges. It's not strength or beauty. They are completely, totally connected. But, okay, where does all that strength even come from? Well, to figure that out, we have to look underground, beneath the surface, to see how the whole thing is actually built. And this is such a critical idea to grasp. That spectacular, fiery bloom that everyone stops to admire, it's only possible because of what's happening in private, hidden away from sight. That's where the real work is done. The secret is this thing called the rhizome. It's this underground stem system that does all the heavy lifting. It stores up all the food, it multiplies quietly, it patiently waits through the cold, dormant seasons, and its whole job is to sustain the visible stalk above it. It's all that deep, quiet, hidden work that makes the public bloom even possible. Okay, so we've got the hidden source of power. Now let's look at how that power shows up in the part that we can see, the structure that holds it all together. Let's talk about the stem. The stems themselves are so thick and sturdy, they shoot straight up, totally vertical. They're not bending or drooping under the weight of those huge flowers. Nope, they carry them with this incredible confidence. That is the staff strength in action. And this just lays out the core principle perfectly. It's simple, right? The quality of your support determines what you can carry. If the foundation is weak, the whole thing just collapses. But when you have that solid, staff-like strength, the bloom can stand tall and proud. It's true for the flower, and it's a heck of a metaphor for life, isn't it?
All right, so we've covered the hidden rhizome and the strong staff, and now it's time for the grand finale, the bloom itself, the fire.
I just love this line. It really pushes back on this idea we sometimes have that strength and beauty are two different things, maybe even opposites. But the canna lily shows us that real, lasting beauty, it doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It grows directly out of a deep foundation of strength. And look at this explosion of color. It's not chaotic, is it? It's what our source calls ordered glory. It's all this vibrant energy that's been channeled up through that disciplined, upright structure. The staff is what makes the fire possible. So this brings us to a really fascinating spiritual idea. The source suggests that resilience and radiance aren't two separate things. They're fused together. The souls who have developed that deep inner strength, that staff, they're the ones who become steady enough to actually carry the flame. They can be radiant without burning out.
So let's put all these pieces together. What does this actually mean for us? How can we take this metaphor and apply it to our own lives?
Remember, the canna's name itself, staff, is all about leaning on something for support. So let's think about it. If we lean on shaky things, like what other people think, or even our own pride, our structure gets weak. It falters. But if we lean on a solid, unchanging foundation, our structure gets stronger, and that's what prepares us to bloom. And this brings us to this final invitation, laid out as a clear sequence. First, lean well, find the right support. Then root deeply. Do that quiet, unseen work. That's what allows you to stand upright with real resilience. And only then, from that place of solid strength, can you finally bloom fully, without any apology. And here's the last, really beautiful thought that ties it all together. It's not like we have to go build strength over here and then go find beauty somewhere else. No. The very same source, the same process that forms that sturdy staff inside of us, is the exact same one that kindles the fire of our bloom. So, in the end, this whole explainer leaves us with one simple but incredibly powerful question to carry with us. When you look at your own life, at the beauty you want to create and the weight you need to carry, you have to ask yourself, what are you leaning on?